Yes, and American legend Moona White, who will go up alongside each other.
Yeah, Moona pushing her way in. Let's not forget she is defending champion here. Nia Swade is taking the win over there in Ibiraquera. And both of these athletes know what it is to have that gold around the neck. Who will be the queen of Cape Verde? We will soon find out. 25 minutes of action. Duotone athlete representing Spain on your screen. Nia Swade. And then F1 athlete representing the Hawaiian Islands. Moona White, your two finalists here.
It's not yet on. Still the clock waiting to begin. And we saw them able to get about 9 waves into the mini-finals. Conditions much better this evening than they were at lunchtime today. We seriously struggled with the wind for a little bit. The waves frequency particularly is quite long. At times, other heats would have 2 or 3 decent sets, but then others would just have the one. But it's looking good this evening. The sun begins to set on a long day that started at 8:30 local time this morning. And we are going to be finishing at around 6 o'clock for the men. It's going to be 5:30 for the women. I don't know exactly what's happening outside, but as you can see, is it a birthday cake?
It does. Oh, yeah, it is. So, oh, looking like Hendrik's birthday. I can see Lydia's mum and all of the Cape Verdeans getting the party started. Is it his birthday? Is he holding the cake? We will soon find out. Push that guy out the way. And Hendrix does have it. So who is it? And I can see Me Too as well. The man, the legend. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it is going to be Hendrik's birthday. So action out. But let's continue on with the grand final of the competition out on the water.
And the first waves then. Moona White.
"25 minutes of action." Kind of in and outs only for these athletes so far. Both of them making their way in. Moona continuing on as we have. And there it is. So it is. Hendrix with his birthday. I'm not going to sing because I don't want it to rain anymore. But congratulations there to him. Feliz cumpleaños, hermano. As we continue on, there he is. And he's going to be waiting for his action. He's going to be out there on the kitesurf competition. This is one thing I love about Cape Verde. The vibes, the energy, just, you know, how they enjoy everything and how they are one big community is why so many talented athletes and so many talented ambassadors come out of this location.
Seen away from the two of our women so far. Points yet to come up on the board, but now this looks like a stronger, better set wave for Nia. A little bit far away from the pocket for the ultimate scores, but really nice turns.
Nia, 360 on the wave. Yeah, there's the freestyle, and you can hear the roar of the crowd. Get in the move. And managing to make her way out. I mean, a 360 for your freestyle world champion is easy money. And let's see how the judges are going to be scoring that. She got a couple of decent turns, then that freestyle maneuver. We've seen it with Malo. We've seen it with a few of the athletes. And now Moona all the way out the back. Little F1 rider. Let's have a look at the replay of that last wave there from Nia. Here it is. Boom. Switching herself around. Nicely done there. Over there with that frontside free. All right, 7.5 coming up. Nia Swadea's 10.50. A 4.83 for Moona. And now looking for set waves. Knowing Moona, she's going to be standing out the back and going for the set waves. She knows she has the surfing aspect is where her potential really starts to show. Here we have big set wave coming in. Look at the size of this one. One of the best waves we've seen so far. Linking it up. Here we go. Moona White dropping in. First turn, going back to the power section, coming down the line. This is where she has to go a little higher to create that speed to get past where this wave starts to jack up. Big open carving face turns here from the Hawaiian. Letting that tail loose as well all the way along. And as this was a bigger set wave, you can see completely open outside in the bay. But watch out, because in the background also we can see Nia on that second set wave and getting nice turns. This is a final.
And the waves have come out for it as well. Jazzy's going to love that one from Moona. Nina's been able to do the same, but remember the freestyle element, that freestyle move that we saw in the last wave from Nia. Is that what's going to make the difference here? Because we know how good Moona can be when it comes to the carves, when it comes to these big surfing turns. Nia's doing a lovely job there too.
Yeah, and you can see there is the replay of that last move. Just that, unfortunately, that other graphic is underneath. But Nia, that was the last wave, so that was the one behind Moona. Waiting to, it's going to be interesting to see the scores here, because Moona had a very picked off the correct wave. 7.5 for Nia with that freestyle maneuver. What are they going to be giving for the pure surfing? 1050, 483. I'm going to say I reckon Moona might be moving her way into first position, but then Nia having another beautifully surf wave. She's definitely going to be improving over that 3.0. So it's going to be going from one side to the other in between these two athletes, because they know what's on the line. The crown is up for grabs.
There it is then. 8.07 for Nia and 6.7 for Moona.
So beautiful surfing there from both of these athletes. But Nia having the upper hand so far. She said she wanted this. This is the event she wanted to win. This is the event she hasn't won yet. And she definitely wanted to get this one so far. Putting in the groundwork. 8 and a 7. Those are big numbers to get past. But plenty of time. 19 minutes as this final was 25 minutes. As if this heat just started again.
It's not just winning though, is it? It's beating Moona White. Such a legend of the sport. And so sort of a role model for so many of the women across both kite and wing. It was the other way around last year here in Cape Verde. Nia was out in the mini final. She ended up winning that. It was Moona in the final. Eventually she was beaten by Elena Moreno, who became the world champion. And it was sure when we came here that we were going to have a new one. But who was it going to be? And right at the moment, it's going to go from Spaniard to Spaniard.
And you can see both of them out the back. I mean, again, 2 solid scores. Nia can be very happy with that, because she is going to be able to sit comfortably. And if it were me, I'd be sitting comfortably, trying to hold on to priority, so to make sure that she takes off on the good waves of the set, and not to give Moona opportunity, at least on the next one, to get that best wave. We've been seeing 2 to 3 waves. There you can see Anchor Saucer on the right, and that's Nia's mum. Nicole over there in the middle with the true sweatshirt. Anita Amado, and then we can also see the Losaran family there to the left. All good friends of Nia. And nail biting stuff, as you can see. Those ladies are silent, and that doesn't happen.
They know what this means to the 18-year-old out on the water. Moona's got herself another wave here. She's just getting herself settled. Nope, decides against it.
Yeah, Moona, she's going to be hunting for those set waves. She knows to be able to get those big numbers, what she has to do. So she is literally going to be waiting for those set waves. And let's not forget 25-minute heat, so you know, technically they have a little bit more time. So hopefully we'll have, you know, we've been having 1 to 2 set averages on the heats so far, occasional 3. So hopefully we'll be able to get 3 to 4 sets here. So, and there we can see in the background as well, some of the boys. There we can see Zanny Guy putting on the best Cape Verdean male performance here in this event. The rookie, the youngster, Armstrong athlete, here for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup, Cape Verde Punta Preta. Power to you by Armstrong.
Like a decent roller going underneath Nia just then. She's picked up the next one in the set. Is it a proper set? Heads towards the beach. Is this one going to develop? Very quiet outside, I have to say. It doesn't sound like any waves are crashing whatsoever. And we are not in a soundproof studio, I'll tell you that for sure. Something so elegant about just being up on a foil with the kite down like that, leaning in.
And both of these athletes just making their way back out as the calm is happening, keeping the nerves high. But wow, both of these athletes already putting on a performance, but Nia, 15.57, some of the best scores we've seen, some of the best scores I've ever seen her get on the waves. And she is meaning business of our grand finale here for the Cape Verdean event. Next up also will be the male final, where we're going to have the Clash of the Titans, the two friends going up for the crown and also for bragging rights back home in between Finn Spencer and Cash Pizzola. Those boys hang out, travel, pretty much do everything together. So definitely going to be some foil mania coming up to us soon. But so far, it is that lady on your screen, Nia Swadiath, taking the advantage. And it does look like there are some lines out the back. Moona is going to be waiting for that set to come through because she knows she pretty much has to almost improve on both of those waves. Let's have a little look-see here, Ben, of what scores Moona had in those previous heats. She was getting 6s and 7s in round number 1. And then it was over in the semi-final. Her score was a 14.10, where she got a 7 and a 6. So she's going to need 7s and 8s. She's going to have to increase on the best scores she's had so far, because Nia has put that groundwork. She's locked in 2 solid scores early on. And if there's a time and a place to do that, that's in a grand final.
Nia riding goofy here right at the moment. I saw her switch feet a few moments ago, but seems more comfortable that way around. Just patience needed with the idea of the 25-minute final rather than 19 minutes was to give more waves, to give more opportunities, and it seems to be needed at the moment. We've gone into a bit of a lull here with our women's final. There's something rolling in there, though. There also could be an element of just them not picking up on certain things, and definitely now Nia has an opportunity for a decent set.
But watch out, because that wave behind it, and Nia has looked at it, because Moona has circled around her, and I can see Moona looking like that second wave is going to be a bit bigger than the first one just by how it's forming along on the reef. So Nia dropping in. Here we go. Synchronized surfing coming at us. Your final here, Cape Verde. Look at her mum. Mouths are open and watering. Here we go. Dropping in. Oh, straight lining and getting a little bit too much speed. Going down. Moona, good set wave. Are we going to be seeing a freestyle aspect here from the Hawaiian? We will soon find out, as she is making sure she can get past Nia there. Now going to be taking it to work. Top to bottom, side to side. It was the 360 that gave Nia that first big score. And Moona just struggling here at the end. Is going to be coming off of this wave. So we will see if that's going to be improving on that backup score. I don't think it will. We did miss that first turn.
She had to go quite straight, didn't she? Because of Nia in the water. And just hadn't quite worked out the timing to be able to avoid Nia, so just chose to go straight. And that compromised that whole wave. It was a good wave. It was a good set. See what happened in the replay.
That was a beautiful wave. First turn was good. And then here the second one as well. And this is where she was having to straight line it a bit to be able to get round Nia as she went down in that wave before. And now gets back to work. Let's have a little look-see at the numbers coming up. Still waiting for it to be dropped. But again, Nia in a very comfortable position.
Certainly very conscious of exactly where she was in relation to the beach. Glancing over to the shore. It's going to be an improvement surely on that 4.83 that we saw previously. Nia's going to get a score as well, even though she went down. It won't be an improvement, but she does still get scored on it. Lots of cross fingers down on the beach with just 10 minutes remaining now.
You can feel the tension down there. Let's not forget, it's a double whammy this event because the winner will also be our world champion. So whoever wins out of Moona and Nia will be the world wave champion as well. So you can see, look at the face of concentration here from Nia. You can see the white in their eyes. They're just leaning forward. All of the crowd here, big speed, big power coming down. We're going to be hearing whistles very shortly. And now she's going to be coming right in front of the crowd. Nia Swadiev off the top to bottom. Big turns here from her. Yeah, there it is. There's the applause. There's the roar. Another great wave here from the Spaniards. And going for the 360, but just missing it out. It was far out on the shoulder, so the one from before was a lot better. And there we can see checking that live scoring. And Moona waiting for another opportunity of a set to come through. But so far, it is still Nia Swadiev, but improving her score there for Moona.
Yeah. 6.17 for that last wave for Moona White. Takes her up to nearly 13 points, but 15.5 is where she needs to be. Thanks to Nia and her earlier runs. It's really, she needs to get herself an 8. That's where she needs to be. And even then, it needs to be an 8.5. It needs to be the biggest score of this competition to get her the victory. Still time, 8 minutes to do so. But she's going to have to add some kind of freestyle into the mix, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. She is going to have to either get one of the set waves. I mean, we've seen Moona in multiple disciplines. She's been a world champion. She's been a champion. She's won this event on both the wingfoil side and on the kite side. And there we can see Camille Lossaran, hand in the air, saying that way to Nia, signaling that she is in first position. All right, Moona, looking like her set wave rolling in. Is she going to be going down on it? No, decided against it because she knows it's close in. And what she needs to grab the biggest wave of a set, and it needs to be a big set coming in and go full throttle, pedal to the metal all the way down the line. So now it is waiting game to see if that wave, if that energy is going to be coming the Hawaiians' way. Because at the moment, Spanish athlete Nia Swadiev is current leader.
Both athletes heading back out to pick up the wave nice and early. To claim the wave if needs be. It's not the warmest day down on the beach, especially as we're now rolling up to 6 p.m. local time. Cloud cover for the most part of the day. And now does Nia go into defensive mode? We saw some of the men's matchups where there was very obviously defensive riding, positioning yourself to defend a wave from another competitor. It's a bit patchy on the wind there. Looking on the water. It's not such a big deal once you're up. But the clouds starting to disappear. The clouds that have been covering our competition site most of the day. And that might give us a nice sunset.
Oh bye. There you see Anita Amado sending a message out. That is not the first time she's done that. That is skills if we've ever seen it. Great to see the vibes down here on the beach. As I mentioned, there's such a cool community here at the GWA Wingfoiling World Tour. And a great addition there. Anita Amado, Brazilian passport. And also brought up here in Cape Verde. So Cape Verdean at heart. And sending love and hearts out here on the stream. Once again, a big thank you to everybody for tuning in. Great to see the comments as we have our grand final of the women. And so far, it is Nia Suarez, that athlete on your screen. Your duotone athlete from Tarifa, Spain, who is in the driving seat. And let's not forget, this is the only wave event of the season. The winner of this final will also, apart from being your Cape Verdean champion, will be your new GWA Wingfoil Wave World Champion.
Friday evening here in Cape Verde. The party definitely starting on the beach. It's probably going to roll through the whole weekend. Tourists will be having their last night before the big changeover day on a Saturday. And then a brand new set of tourists to experience this competition on Sunday and be curious what is going on down there. Putting on a big show for the crowd. Expecting bigger waves and bigger winds in the middle part of next week before it dies off at the end of the week. That's the forecast right now. And Nia's got one hand on the title, but she's still going for more and more waves.
And she's looking for an air here. She's getting ready to power up. Oh, big three. Huge. And the crowd goes wild. Big move there from Nia. And all the way around. Oh, she came here for one reason. And she is achieving that so far. Nia Suarez with a huge wave.
And again, she's able to run it long. She gives her options too. She's really picking some fantastic waves. Behind her, this was Moona. And Moona backed out of this one pretty quick. A couple of turns, but the pocket of the wave not in shot. And then pops over the edge of it. We've got a clear winner right now.
Yeah, we certainly do. Nia really putting in the groundwork, waiting for the score of that wave to come up. We saw her get an 8.07 for that last one with that freestyle combination. And we'll see what vicinity that one's in. Jaume Altea, como estamos? Already claiming the championship, but we have seen it heat after heat. It is not over until the final moments. Anything can happen as the top two waves are counting, but Nia at the moment, ruthless out there on the water. Oh, and already starting to celebrate. As there we can see Nicole, some tears are being shedded as she's seeing her daughter closer and closer. 8.97 for Suarez. Oh, she has 1 foot and a couple of toes already on top of that podium as we are starting to count it down
There's no way that Moona White can even steal it from her. She did in the semi-final and took away the win from Annie Reichert, but with that kind of advantage for Nina Suarez, Moona White cannot do anything. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining, and the Spaniard with 2 waves that include 2 360s has surely done enough. A world champion in so many disciplines over the last couple of years. She is only 18 years of age, but this is going to add another one. Just 50 seconds remain. Moona White out back. There's nothing really on offer for her. A victory lap perhaps for Nia. As she comes down on another wave towards the fans, towards the crowd. Locks in to another couple of big surfing turns. The judges have loved what they've seen from this young Spaniard. And she bails out of it. With 21 seconds to go, there is nothing more to be done.
Oh, it is coming to the final moments as we are going to be seeing this young lady coming in. As we are going to be shouting out as that Spanish flag is going to be flying high in the sky in a 2 and a 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your GWA Wingfoil World Cup winner and queen of Punta Preta, Nia Suarez from Spain, and also claiming herself as the new GWA Wingfoil Wave World Champion. Congratulations, Nia. Absolutely amazing work out there.
She really did command that final, didn't she? A big step up from where she was in the first couple of rounds. Laid it on the line and made it work. And Moona just did not have an answer.
Yeah, Nia putting in the work early on. And we are waiting for her to come out to the shore. She will be handed that Spanish flag. And there it is. It is official. There's the flag. There we can see everybody getting ready as these girls are going to be launching Nia into the air. And coming up next, let's not forget, as we will have the grand final of the men, where we're going to see the battle in between Cash Pizzola and Finn Spencer. So eyes on the water. But it is this young lady here, the new champion of Cape Verde, and your new wave world champion.
Just waiting for her to perhaps realize, to perhaps see the smile's not yet on her face. Surely she knows. She may not be completely aware of what Moona was able to do. But the two of them, tandem, come into the beach. The Spanish flag is awaiting them. And now surely she realizes, surely she's seen the flag.
And it is, there it is. Your world champion as the Spanish flag is flying high. And we are going to be waiting as we're going to be starting off out there in the water of the final of the men, Cash Pizzola and Finn Spencer. But that young lady there, representing Spain, Nia Suarez, is your new world champion. And we can see Cash out there in the water. There she is. Get that flag to her. The smile is up. And what an amazing ride here. Nia Suarez, your number one. And a big congratulations also to Moona White. There it is, up in the air. Your number one in the world. And we can see both Finn and Cash